Welcome back to San Antonio Living. You know, one of the most common New Year's resolutions that we all make, clean out the clutter, but it's tough to know where to start. This morning, help is here. Helene Segura is a certified professional organizer, and she's going to give us some tips for tackling our toughest organization projects. Good morning, Helene.
Good morning, Erin.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so where do we start? Because it can be very overwhelming.
Right. The first thing you want to do is funnel down to something specific. So when we say, oh, I want to get organized, that's really broad. So you want a firm target. So you want to pick either something like time management, I'm going to work on being on time to work, or pick a space in your home or office, something that's specific like I'm going to work on my closet, or I'm going to organize my pantry. When you have a specific target, you're more likely to reach it.
So you feel like pick a specific project, tackle that one project, and don't worry about everything else, and that's the best way to go.
Especially if you tend to get overwhelmed, if you start saying, oh my gosh, I have to work on this and this and this and this and that, you know, that can bog you down, so just focus on one thing at a time.
What about people who say, you know, I'm just too busy, I don't have time to tackle this kind of stuff?
Yes, so many of us tend to think, oh my goodness, I need to work on this the entire weekend and get everything done all in one full swoop. But you don't need to. You can break it down into parts. And so that's why it's very important to go through the 5 Ps process. So you plan first, figure out what specific target you want to hit, and then pace yourself. So can you devote 2 hours on a Saturday morning, or do you need to work maybe 15 or 30 minutes each evening during the week, because you don't have to get it done all at once. Once you're pacing yourself, then you can work on purging, getting rid of whatever doesn't need to be in your home or office, then partitioning or categorizing your items, and once you have that done, then you can place them in their homes.
I think your point about pacing is really good, because a lot of us, you know, just want to get, you know, they get into a project and then you're on this mission to just get it done.
Right.
But you don't have to tackle it all in one day or in one chunk of time. You can spread it out.
Definitely. Sometimes we get into this all or nothing mentality, and that can really run us down, literally. So physically we can get tired, we can hurt ourselves when our muscles are you know, running on empty. So it's really important, just take your time. It doesn't have to get done all in one sitting.
So you mentioned it's really important to pick a project. So let's talk about some of the projects that we really can tackle at home this new year.
Sure.
And the first is your closet.
Yes.
This is something I'm intimately familiar with.
One of your favorite places.
I clean out a lot of closets.
Yes. So the easiest way to get started in the closet is just simply look for stained and torn clothes, because you don't wear them anyway. So go ahead and toss those. And then during your next go round, you can look at all the things you normally skip. Oh, I don't want to wear that anymore. Go ahead and donate those to Goodwill. So that's the easiest way to start in the closet.
Okay, how about the pantry? The pantry is a tough one for a lot of us to keep organized and clean.
Yes, but the pantry right now, it's a great time to organize, because so many of us with our New Year's resolutions say, oh, I want to eat healthy. And it's really hard to eat healthy if you can't find what you need in that pantry. So the first thing you'd want to do is go ahead and purge any expired foods that you have, because you can't use them anymore. If you are now on a special diet, then go ahead and remove those foods you can't eat anymore. If they are unopened, you can donate those to the food bank. And then you want to partition or categorize. So if you can put all your pastas together, just like you'd shop in a pasta section at the store, and you can have all of your canned vegetables in one other area. And so that way, everything is easy to find. If you put them in little bins in the pantry, you can just pull them out.
And sweets on the top shelf.
Yes, very high. You need to get a step stool for it.
And then the medicine cabinet is another area that's problematic for many of us.
Right, especially during cold and flu season, which is happening right now. So if your medicines are in a jumble like this, it's really hard to find what you need, especially if you only have one eye open when you have cedar fever. So again, you want to go ahead and purge all the expired medicines, and then go ahead and organize them by the type of ailment. So you can have all of your first aid supplies in one area or one separate bin. You can have your cold and flu in one other area. And our favorite in South Texas, allergy medicine. Have those ready to go.
So this one hits really close to home for me, the toys.
Yes.
When do you get rid of toys, or how do you organize the toys? What do you do with the old toys? Because you just don't want to get rid of them. They're so sweet.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with them.
No, and so if there's nothing wrong with the toy, that's a great time to teach your child about the others who don't have that ability to have all of these toys. And so the great place to start is with toys they've outgrown. So like this cow here, for example, if your child is 5 years old, they've most likely outgrown this toddler toy. So you can go ahead and donate it to somebody else, or if it's sentimental like what you're talking about, it seems really sweet, this is a memory. It's no longer something to play with. It doesn't need to be in the play. So go ahead and put that memory into a memory box, and that creates more space for the toys that the kids are playing with right now.
Some great tips and some great suggestions about tackling those tough organization projects at home. Helene, thank you so much. And if you want to hire Helene to help you with your organization at home, you can find her at livingordersa.com. You can also give her a call at 892-4990. Helene is also giving away her book. And if you're the fourth caller, you can win her latest book, Roadmap to Get Organized, which could also be very helpful. And that number is 210-470-5444. So get on the phone. Fourth caller wins. We'll be right back.